How do you deal with the never-ending complaints? It feels like whatever you do, people are complaining about polishes being released too close together, too far apart, shipping price internationally, like we just talked about.
What are you talking about?
It would drive me crazy. I mean, the person's posing the question in a very nice way.
Mhm.
I don't feel like we're getting never-ending complaints, but I think we're both very sensitive to if we see sort of like any negative feedback, we take it seriously and consider if it is something that is legitimate constructive criticism or not.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Sure.
So in the very beginning of Holo Taco, I'm logged into all the Holo Taco socials. I still am. I still look.
Okay.
But I'd see a tweet that came in and someone was unhappy with their order because I forget why, like a bottle was broken or something.
Did you start personally responding
But
to?
I would recognize this person as like a fan or someone that I'd seen them before in my tweets. So I would like screenshot it, send it to the team. Can you rectify this immediately? And then another time I was in the DMs and of Holo Taco's Twitter, and I would open it just to see like what they were, being upset by, like they were personally offended with some of the language that I see used sometimes. And I click in it because I want to see what it is. I'm like so worried. And, they just, the FedEx misplaced their order or something. But because I've already opened it, it looks like someone at Holo Taco has seen this. And then
Yeah.
I'm not really in the position to be like, let me just
You
ship
shouldn't
one
be
out because
responding.
I am not in the warehouse. But I felt like I had to respond because I opened it. So I'm like, we'll get right on that. I'm so sorry. Like, heart. Anyways, and then I screenshotted it and sent it to the team. I'm like, please, guys, you got to fix this. And I think at some point after me intervening more than once, they were like, Cristine, okay, we're going to have to ask you to stop playing customer service
Yeah.
because as much as you care about everyone's happiness and experience, you are not in the best position to give that service to the customers. So that was a hard lesson for me to learn. And now when I, see the occasional mention that someone's order was missing or whatever, I let the Holo Taco customer service agents deal with it. Not because I can't emotionally handle it, but because I am not that helpful. Because I am not in the warehouse. I can't actually generate a new order or fix it for you.
And if we're just talking more on like the CX customer service side of things right now, like our customer service, I think gets overwhelmingly positive
Oh, yeah.
feedback in terms of how they deal with. Like there are going to be orders that go out and they were missing an item. That's just going to happen. It shouldn't happen much, but it's going to happen. And I feel like we do a really good job of addressing those situations.
Oh, yeah. Our customer service is amazing. And I've seen you guys be so happy with them too. You'll tweet me and tell me, like, thank you guys. You answered me so quickly. You sent me a replacement, or, you just listened to me. So shout out to our customer service team. Holo Taco is the best.
In terms of people complaining about things like polishes being released too close together and stuff, like we listen to that feedback and we take it seriously, and we've considered that a lot in the past few months internally. I would say it's important at the same time not to. Sometimes the negative comments kind of float to the top, and it could just be a minority of people making a lot of noise. So you kind of have to be careful not to let a handful of negative comments also completely change the orientation of what you are thinking as a business, right? And, in terms of like how many releases we do, like we talk about that, we think about that all the time. And it's hard to balance, knowing we want the sort of cadence of how much Holo Taco releases stuff to be reasonable and not too much. But at the same time, there's so much stuff you want to release to people that
I
it's
know.
if we space them out too much, we have like too many things we're working on that we want to come out that will just never come out too, right?
Well, it was like in the beginning when we launched Holo Taco, we had the launch collection in July and then nothing until November.
And that was mostly a capacity
And that was
issue.
because we literally couldn't make enough because we didn't know launch would go as amazing as it did. But everyone was like, where's the nail polish? Come out with something. And like so much pressure to like basically get your shit together and give me all the things. So we did that. Or we're still doing that. We're trying to get out all the things. I wanted to give you guys linear hollows, unicorn skins, more hollow glitters. There were so many things on my list of things that you guys are asking for that I want to get out there. So we're balancing giving you all the goods with also doing it in, a release schedule that makes sense and isn't too overwhelming. And I understand some of the criticisms, and like Ben said, it's a vocal minority, I think, because I think most customers are happy, and if they see something they want to buy, they'll buy it. And if they don't, then they'll wait or they won't buy it, and that's okay. And that's how just consumers should behave, I think, in general. But I do think that we hear you guys' feedback, and it's something we want to consider. And it has been hard because, I wanted the multi-chromes for fall, but then I also wanted a special birthday polish. And then we had our holidays Frosted Metals collection. So it's kind of hard. Like if you had to pick, for example, like if you were behind the desk at Hollow
Yeah.
Taco and you had to sacrifice 2 releases this year, what do you think you like didn't need? Because I find that so hard. I'm like, well, I need this and I need this. It's hard to make those decisions once you're actually there, especially knowing so much more amazing things that are going to come out and knowing that that's what people are asking for.
Yeah.